Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Entitled Parents Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and click on notifications so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, an entitled mother wants me to let her steal someone's dog. Let's jump right in. This just happened a few minutes ago. I'm still trying to process it. So I took my Shih Tzu Ozzy on a walk around the neighborhood. On the way home, we walked by a house with a front yard and one of those chain link fences. I saw two dogs come running at us. One of them was a husky, I'm pretty sure, and the other was a small white one that looked like a Maltese, I think. Sorry, I'm not great with dog breeds. Anyway, the two doggies come barking like crazy when they saw Ozzy, and they catapulted themselves at the gate to the fence. Well, seems like their owners didn't lock the gate very well because it flung right open and scared the crap out of me. The dogs were free. They suddenly got calm and came right up to Ozzy to say hello. For some reason, I pulled my little pooch away and kept walking, away from the dogs. It was hot. Ozzy needed water, so we needed to get home quick. Hopefully, by the time we get to the end of the block, the dogs' owners would notice and run out to bring them back in, right? I turned around. The dogs were sniffing around the curb, dangerously close to the street, not a single person in sight. I thought, what the flip is wrong with me? I couldn't leave them like that. We turned around and returned to the dogs. They came bounding over, hopping around excitedly, sniffing my dog like they wanted to play with him. And so I started to attempt to get them back into the yard, trying to be quick about it in case someone watching from afar thought I was a dog napper or something. So I tried to get the doggies back in the yard, but they didn't want to go in. I had 3 pups to protect, but none of them felt like listening to me. They just wanted to play. Here comes Entitled Mother, who seemed to materialize out of nowhere. She came by in her car and rolled down the window to talk to me. "Do you have a dog?" Yes, this really was the first thing she said to me. "Yeah, this one's mine," pointing to Ozzy. The Entitled Mother smiled at me and drove off. I thought she was just going to take off, but she didn't. She parked her car a little bit down the street, got out, and then came over to me and the dogs. Without a word, she took hold of the husky. "Oh, thank you," thinking she was trying to help. "It's okay. Did they get loose?" "Yeah." I told her what had happened, all while trying to get the Maltese back inside. The Entitled Mother listened quietly, holding the husky and petting him. Finally, I got the Maltese inside. One down, one to go. I turned back to the Entitled Mother. "I can take him now." The Entitled Mother doesn't say anything. I reach for the husky. The Entitled Mother pulls him away from me. "Say he ran away." "What?" "Just say he ran away." "What do you mean?" "I'll just take him with me, okay?" "Huh?" "My kids want a dog like this, but they're so expensive." "You're going to steal him?" The Entitled Mother doesn't answer. "I can't let you do that." I reach for the dog again. "No." She pulls him away again. "Please? Please let go." "Just say he ran away. How hard can it be?" I'm usually pretty mild-mannered, and I tend to avoid conflict, but when a dog is involved, how can I do nothing? "Ma'am, you can't take him away." "Don't call me ma'am." "Sorry, please, just give him to me." "You don't understand. My kids need one." "Well, we have to put him back." "Aren't you a heartless witch?" "Can you please let go?" "You're heartless. You're not a mother. You don't understand." Now I'm kinda scared. "Lady, if you don't let go, I'll call the cops on you." The Entitled Mother stares at me for a few seconds, then lets go. Then she just went back to her car and took off for good. Unfortunately, I didn't think to look at the plates before she was already gone. With Ozzy's help, I managed to herd the husky back in. Then I decided to go to the door and tell the guy who lives there about this woman who tried to steal his dog. He was totally thankful and seemed to really appreciate that I told him. Then Ozzy and I went back home. What the flip? I've never seen this happen with a big dog before. No doggo is safe, it seems. I think everything is okay now. My lesson for everyone, please keep your furry friends safe. Story number 2 shows us an entitled mother who is told to get the flip off my lawn. Hi everyone, a little bit of background. I work as the master electrician at a medium-sized concert venue. The venue is owned by a larger resort company which has hotels and dining on the same property. During the summers, we put on all sorts of events and concerts for the public and our guests. Outside of the venue is a large grassy area where people often play games or picnic. As a courtesy to our guests, we often put up large video screens and speakers on the lawn so that those who don't want to pay for the show can sit outside and watch the show while they play or picnic. As the outside lawn viewing area is almost always free, people have become accustomed to going out hours, if not days before, and setting up chairs and blankets to save a spot. Now onto the story. One day before our biggest show of the season, tickets were sold out. Because of this, the artist's manager requested we fence off the lawn area and make it paid, which was no problem. The tour manager also requested we not allow anyone access to the lawn before the doors opened, which wasn't typical, but we understand and was easy enough to do. The morning of the event, the entire lawn got fenced off and signs reading "Lawn access prohibited before doors" were put up. Security wasn't scheduled to start until mid-afternoon, so me and the rest of the staff were asked to periodically check outside and make sure people were following the rules. Around noon, we finished setting up lighting and special effects on stage. I had heard from my coworkers that they had already had to kick many people off the lawn that were trying to set up chairs. Being that my job was done for the moment, I figured I would check outside. When I got outside, I looked around the large area and I saw what would soon become clear: a very entitled parent. I stood in astonishment as this moderately overweight woman was in the middle of struggling to throw her lawn chairs and blanket over our fence. As soon as the shock and mild amusement left my face, I began walking the 100 or so yards to talk to her. As I got closer, the entitled parent had finished throwing her stuff over the fence and had walked to a small break in the fence where she was squeezing through. When I finally approached her, she was in the middle of picking up her stuff. Here is how the conversation went. "Hi, entitled parent, how are you today?" "Fine." "Well, that's good. Hey, look, I'm sorry to inform you, but the lawn area is actually closed for a paid event tonight. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." "What? What do you mean closed? I'm just trying to set up chairs and save a spot for my kids tonight." "I understand that, ma'am, but we have been specifically asked by the artist to not let people do this for this event." "It's not like it's a big deal. You guys always let people set up beforehand. This is BS." "I understand that you're frustrated, ma'am, but these are the rules for tonight and it's the reason for the fencing and the signs. I'm sorry, but you need to leave." "You can't do this! This is public property and you can't make me leave. I'm putting my stuff down now." "Ma'am, first, this is not public property. It's owned by the resort. Second, you are not putting your stuff down. You need to leave now or I will call security." "No! I want to speak to your manager. Take me to him now." "I can't let you into the venue, ma'am. The resort is very strict about security on show days inside the venue. The best I can do for you is to go talk to him and come back." "That will have to do," she said with her arms crossed and pouting. I walk back across the grass and back into the venue. After several minutes, I find my boss in his office. My boss was in the middle of an important email, but he tells me to come in. "Hey OP, what's up?" I explained the entire situation to my boss. What follows next has got to be one of my favorite moments from this job. Without looking up from what he's typing, he says in a stern voice, "Tell that witch to get the flip off my lawn." And so I did. I walked all the way back out to where she was and told her she had to leave, and that if she didn't, she and her kids would not be able to come tonight and security would be called. I think this mild threat finally got through to her because she turned around and started walking back to the crack in the fence where she had entered, all while loudly cursing me out, saying I would be fired. Finally, it was over and I could get back to the job I actually enjoy. As I walked back inside, I turned to look. I get to see her struggle to throw her chairs back over the fence one last time. It put a smile on my face for the rest of the day, and I never saw her again. This was truly my first altercation with an entitled parent, and I think I will remember it forever. Thanks for listening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. This is John from Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then please hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.